looking good, and... Perfect!
Hey, Ben.
Oh, hey, Sam. You here for the next top 10 best moments list like in the previous 2 years?
You bet. Have you got everything prepared for it?
Oh, indeed I have, Sam. I've got my list prepared and it's ready to go with no problem.
But Ben, shouldn't we be aware of the mistakes we've made so far?
Oh, come on, Sam. As the both of us know, we are the perfect people on YouTube who makes absolutely no mistakes whatsoever.
Why is that?
Because we have a crack team of researchers and scientists to make sure that every single solitary thing we put in our videos is absolutely perfect.
Wow, I guess that makes sense. Well, what do you say, Ben? Should we get our third best moments lists underway?
Oh, we shall do so, Sam. So let's go ahead and start up the top 10 best moments from episodes 28 through... What was that?
Wait, what's going on, Ben?
I don't know, Sam. Something might be interrupting this.
He'll be right there!
Oh, not you guys again.
Wait, who are those two, Ben?
It's our most obnoxious fans, Doofy and Goofy McExplainy Pants. Now look, if you two are here because I stole some of your oatmeal cookies, I am telling you, nobody likes oatmeal cookies anymore. That argument is still invalid by the power of internet comments! But that's not what we're here for!
Then what are you two here for? Doofy and I have watched every single episode of Thomas's Adventures with Sam the Toast Man 1 and Ugly Temple Salty 7 and have a bunch loads of mistakes that you and Ben should be disgraced for! Disgraced for!
Okay.
So, does that mean we don't have a team of researchers and scientists looking over everything we do?
No, it's just the both of us or the occasional onlooker. So, you see, Sam, I guess every once in a while we would make one or two little mistakes. 35,670 to be exact! Alright!
But wait, if you guys are here to point out the mistakes we made in the show, then are you two related? Are you two gay? Oh! We're actually brothers!
And to be truthfully honest, even if we are, then we wouldn't be able to support gay marriage!
Okay, that was completely pointless, Doofy.
Sorry, Goofy.
Doofy and Goofy! Are you talking to your friends again?
Who was that? Oh, that's just the head of our security guards. That'll be all, Corliss.
Is there any way for you two to talk to your mother?
It's not working, you two. No, really! She's our security officer! Isn't that right, Carlos?
Are you masturbating again?
Mom!
Just stop doing it to the pictures of some random M&M. It's unnatural.
Go away, Mom!
Fine, but dinner's at 3.
You two have dinner at 3? Our curfew's at 6. So, where were we?
You two were about to say something about the mistakes we made in this show because Sam and I don't have the time to do that because we're just about to do another best moments list like we do as a tradition. No! Goofy and I will not let that happen!
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and break that tradition and count down all the times you two have messed something up.
No, we are not going to do that, and that's final!
Well, we don't care. We're doing it anyway.
You got that right, Goofy! This is the top 10 complete Muck-Ups from Thomas's Adventures with Sam the Thomas Man 1 and Ugly Talk 4427! Oh, man!
Everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and short is long. And everything you thought was just so important doesn't matter. Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. All you need to understand is
Number 10.
you know is wrong.
What's Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony doing in episode 24?
Although we sort of knew this, and it's only just a joke for this episode, but in the episode Bulldog, I threw in Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic in the episode just for a little cameo, not for the entire episode. But lots of people wouldn't believe we added that into the episode. And even if we did put her as a character in the episode, then I guess we would have been a little bit like Sean Brittain. So I guess there's nothing much I can say about this, just a little minor mistake I made, nothing else.
Minor? How would you like it if I played characters from Gravity Falls, Steven Universe, or even better yet, that cute Disney Junior show that nobody remembers?
I wouldn't care.
I would.
All you need to understand is
Number 9.
you know it's wrong.
You never say anything right. Well, maybe not everything, but...
No! We both write comments on the internet, therefore that means we're right!
Well, you're sort of correct, but...
No!
Every once in a while, my acting in this series is not really pitch perfect. The reason for that being is that I tend to mess up my lines almost a whole lot. Most of the time, I sometimes stir my lines for a little bit in certain scenes. Like here in Duncan Gets Spooked.
But there's no such things as ghosts. And even if there was, there isn't one in my life.
Not really too much to say about this one, but all I can say is that I'm not the best actor. I'm just a little bit decent. But just be glad I won't be doing any Michael Bay movies.
All you need to understand is
Number 8.
you know it's wrong.
Peewees floor did talk in Peewees Playhouse.
Yes, in the previous top 10 list, the top 10 best moments from episodes 12 through 27, I talked about Peewees Playhouse when I listed my furniture talking from episode 24 at number 7. However, I say at one point that the only thing that never talked throughout the entire show was the floor. Well, I was wrong. Turns out even the floor got up to say a few lines every once in a while. In fact, he even had a name. His name was Flory. And I swear I don't know how I forgot him. Now because of this, a lot of people have been accusing me of being an anti-groundite. Well, let me tell you something. I have nothing against hard-working floors. Sure, they're taken for granted. Sure, we walk over them all the time. But that doesn't mean they don't have feelings too. Many of my good friends are floors. In fact, I have a good relationship with my floor here. Isn't that right, Scott? Apparently, floors can fire guns. I did not know that. How are you holding that thing anyway?
All you need to understand is
Number 7.
you know it's wrong.
Why does Sam keep on changing locations in almost every single episode? This is one of my more questionable mock-ups, but I'll go ahead and explain why. The absolute number one reason why I keep changing up location after location after location is because of my family and I keep moving around a whole lot. Though I do admit that it is quite nice to change up locations, but I think it would have made more sense if I stayed in one location and one location only. You know, like Ben does. So yeah, I guess it would have made more sense if I explained about all of this in an update video on my main channel that I nearly used for quite a while, and just gone that out of the way, but nope, I'm just too lazy to do so. I mean, it's not like I would end up moving to a country that nobody wants to go to. Goofy, where did you and Goofy get that?
From our deepest hate of you, we also have a picture of Thomas as a female engine and Rosie as a male engine. Look, Rosie is a male engine now. And Freddy.
I hate you.
All you need to understand is
Number 6.
you know it's wrong.
That was a forklift and Rusty to the rescue, not a bulldozer.
Yes, this is one of my more obvious mistakes. You don't have to be a construction worker to know the difference between a bulldozer and a forklift. Yet for some reason, I in fact did call a forklift a bulldozer. I don't know why I was thinking it was so obviously a forklift. How could I get that wrong? Hey, look at that! I'm driving a bulldozer! Woo! Plus, as many people pointed out, it forced me to leave out one of the most obvious jokes I ever could put in an episode like this.
They tried to kill me with a forklift, huzzah!
It wouldn't even be so bad if I just said it once, except for the fact that I said it over and over again. Bulldozer! 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 I'm driving a bulldozer! So obviously, I couldn't just say it was a slip of the tongue. My tongue would be more slippery than a banana peel skating on greasy black ice.
That was forced.
Shut up!
Yeah, shut up.
No, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
Next number!
All you need to understand is
Number 5.
you know it's wrong.
Why do you always used to be so much blossom and trade of a saucer and sex joke you were sent in an a-hole? Yeah, this is a number that I can answer for you guys. In almost every single episode, I add in references from two of the most popular people in the Thomas community, Miss Auburn Blossom, now currently known as the Wilsonator in the Brony community, and the only one that is still currently active, Train Level 476. Honestly, to me, I thought I would add those references in just for the sake of comedy, but it turns out that I ended up in lots of people complaining for the fact that we are overusing them a bit too much. Not just me and Bam, but also Train Level 54 as well. I guess it would make more sense if I just leave out those jokes and just make up my own jokes, you know, like Ben did in most of the episodes he wrote, but I just couldn't help but use those jokes. But again, I can't blame them technically for this mistake, it's just one that we will never make again. But then again, we make no promises. That is why you fail. Oh, come on, you two didn't know that. Didn't we, though? Didn't we? No.
Well, you're on the internet. As we all know, all information from the internet is supposed to be right.
You know, guys, it just hit me. Why don't you two come aboard as a fact checker?
No!
Why not?
Because
Then you
would
wouldn't complain about it.
Oh!
Next scene.
All you need to understand is
Number 4.
you know it's wrong.
That's a pan, not a pot, you stupid! Stupid!
Well, since I guess I know little about construction equipment, apparently I know little about cookware as well. In Thomas Goes Fishing, I refer to a pan as being a pot. Honestly, I just always assumed they were kind of the same thing. But nope, one has a handle, the other doesn't. Pretty basic, and I'm aware I should know better. Just don't let Gordon Ramsay know I did this.
The first time I've ever. Okay. Did you taste it? You didn't taste that one.
I'm sure a lot of this comes from spending less time in the kitchen and more time eating roast beef sandwiches from Subway.
Oh, I love those with the Swiss cheese on the side
Yeah,
and the
I know,
delicious
and the
crumble
awesome
things
taste of spinach to go with it.
And
I mean,
all
it's
added
just
in with some
absolutely
wonderful
amazing.
Italian bread.
Those are the best.
They're the best.
I love them.
I love them too. I mean, no! How dare we almost find something in common?
Nothing too much to say about this one, except, honestly, I just need to spend more time around the stove. Well, maybe not too much.
All you need to understand is
Number 3.
you know it's wrong.
Wait. What just happened?
Yeah, I wonder why there's nothing for number 3. Oh wait, I just realized something. We have no number 3. Haha, I guess we didn't make as many mistakes as we thought. Well, let's forget about the whole thing and move on to the next one. Did you hear something? I totally didn't hear anything.
Don't try to avoid me.
I'm not avoiding you. Thing that I don't hear.
You're missing the Z Marc Anthony joke.
La la la.
You know pretty well that you made a joke about Z Marc Anthony and you tried your hardest never to mention me again.
Okay, you're right. Let's try this again.
All you need to understand is
Number 3.
you know it's wrong.
How dare you make fun of Zero Company, you complete moron!
Yes, I'll never hear the end of this one. This all started with the episode Gordon and the Gremlin, which I like to point out is one of the most hardest episodes we've ever worked on, and yet, everyone's gotten really angry when we got it out. Does our audience have multiple personality disorder? Well, anyway, it got to the part where I listed the quote-unquote socially awkward people, and right straight dab in the middle of it, I put Z Marc Anthony in the list, leading to this outrageous joke. Andrew Garfield, Winston, Delmar, Jeff Goldblum, Ash Ketchum from Pokemon, tax collectors, Z Marc Anthony, who is a complete moron. Now, I didn't know what I was thinking for saying that joke, but this started an outrage for Z Marc Anthony fans. But believe it or not, this wasn't just thrown in for a joke. This, and the commentary to the episode The Flying Kipper, was actually made in response to the Z Watches episode on this show. Not for his opinion on it, though we truly understand his opinion, but because of his mistakes he made in that video. In fact, why are you two supposed to be pointing out the mistakes on him and not us?
Well, to be honest, we don't know.
We He's tried that before, but he ended up knocking us out.
Oh.
Doofy and Goofy, where do you want me to put your corset? Anyway, going back on topic, I felt so bad for adding that joke in that in the next episode, I ended up making a video saying that I have no intention of insulting the guy and it's only just a joke made for the sake of comedy. So I guess some good came out of it, but I guess I learned the most important life lesson to all of this. Nobody messes with Marc Anthony. But really guys, don't worry, I know you're gonna love me making fun of Unknown Thomas Fan 1. Alright, negligent!
All you need to understand is
Number 2.
you know it's wrong.
Your countless times you broke the fourth wall and your constant spelling mistakes, jerk faces!
Yes, if you've ever been watching our videos, you may notice a pattern here that there's a lot of times that we end up breaking the fourth wall. What do you expect? We were just trying to be like Phineas and Ferb in terms of breaking the fourth wall just for the sake of comedy. We both try our best to not break the fourth wall, but we couldn't help it and just do it right away. I especially love this from the Flying Kipper around the time we are planning our plan after we take the train itself, and then make a brief mention to the third episode of the show. A lot of people thought this was part of the joke, that we were planning our plan and then make a mention to episode 3 in the middle of it. Yeah, that was it. But then again, I guess they proved me wrong. So I guess that's nothing to say about. But all I can say is that since a lot of other shows done this idea, I guess it makes sense if we do that as well.
You got that right, Sam. Apart from the fourth wall jokes, you may also that there's also another panel that there's a lot of spelling mistakes. I try my best to correct my many spelling errors, but no matter how hard I try, they keep on getting through. So yeah, I wish I could have done my revisions on my spelling mistakes before I posted the video, but I was in a rush for time. And I almost thought about making it into a contest. Whoever spots the most spelling errors in almost every single episode will win a Wii U. But the only downside to that would be that there wouldn't be enough Wii U systems in the world to give out. What can I say? I guess my writing and typing skills need some more improvement.
Now, before we move on to the biggest mistake that we made on this show, how about we take a look at the runners-up on this list?
Wait, you two do that in the previous two lists?
Well, yeah, it's part of the tradition. Very well then, let's just go ahead.
Thank you. So, with that said, let's take a look at a few honorable, or in Doofy and Goofy's case, dishonorable mentions.
Everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and short is long. And everything you thought was just so important doesn't matter. Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. All you need to understand is
Number 5.
you know is wrong.
Why is there a plug-in to family movie collaboration?
Now, some of you may not get what I'm talking about, but I'll go ahead and explain it to you guys. In the special Daisy the Diesel Railcar, close to the end, I added in a plugin to one of my series that I did create called Family Movie Collaboration, which is by far one of my much better shows that I've ever done.
But at least it made up for one series I made years ago, which bombed big time.
It's not Shut up! We bombed big
Play a
time!
different song!
Now I guess the only reason why I've decided to throw in that plugin close to the end of the special is because I thought it would be a well-creative advertisement for it and get a lot of people who hasn't seen it a chance to watch it. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check it out. I really did a much better job on it. But then again, I would have at least just leave that alone and just stick to one show and one show only. But then again, it's just one mistake we will never make again. But I make no promises.
All you need to understand is
Number 4.
you know is wrong.
Why were you wearing pajamas in episode 17? Now again, it's just one minor mistake that I can bring up for a little bit. But if you want a short explanation on it, go watch me and Sam's commentary on episode 17.
But to those who want a more detailed explanation, I'll go ahead and explain. The only reason why I have to wear pajamas in the episode is because I have nothing else to wear during the massive cold that's going on in the northeastern part of the United States. So I just thought I would just wear my pajamas during that time, but from what I understand, most people actually confused it for my underwear.
And believe it or not, this is actually one of the mistakes that Marc Anthony made in his Z Watches episode on this show. Now, just to give you guys an advance warning, we will be showing you a clip from that video. So, just in case, since that video does contain inappropriate language, we are going to be censoring that part of the video. Just to be fair. You guys got that? Great. Now let's play that clip.
I hope they died in the crash. What? Okay, I'm done. He's doing this in his f***ing underwear. The f***?
You see what I mean here?
So yeah, I thought I could have worn maybe a pair of jeans or some sweatpants instead, but I guess it didn't pay off. So again, nothing too much to say on this one, except, honestly, I just need to learn better fashion sense. Even though I keep on saying that fashion doesn't matter.
Oh, come on! I was just trying to be sensitive!
All you need to understand it.
Number 3.
You know it's wrong.
The very touching episode 21 isn't the best moment for episode 12 to 27, you friggin' idiots!
Again, thanks for the comment. And yes, it looks like another mistake we made in the top 10 best moments from episode 12 through 27 again, but we shall go ahead and address it. I added the montage from episode 21, Rusty to the Rescue at number 1, is really because we just thought it would be the best. And it kind of is. But then again, looking back on it, it was a little bit too cheesy, and I thought I could have done a whole lot more to it. It would have made much more sense if I added Sam and I parodying The Emperor's New Groove at number 1, and maybe throw in possibly Sam making 2 Sweet Life references in episode 18 in another spot. But I don't care, I still find this moment the best, even if nobody else does. Still, I should have put a little bit more thought on it, and just maybe let the fans tell us what moment really is the best. Heck, if that's the case, then maybe I should have put me dancing to Pig Power in the House at number 1. Not one of my best picks, but still on that should have put a little bit more thought into it.
Stupid! You're so stupid! All you need to understand it.
Number 2.
You know it's wrong.
9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27, you dumb ape!
Yeah, this is about as embarrassing as it gets. Even simple first grade math seems to slip my radar down the throat. In Paint Pots and Queens, we seem to think of a way on who will be pulling the Queen of England around Sordor.
What about you, Edward?
I'm too old to pull important trains, said Edward sadly.
Okay. How about you, Gordon?
I'm in disgrace, sighed Gordon gloomily.
Okay. What about you, Ben?
In my not so well thought out explanation, I said that 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 21, not 27. What the hell was I thinking for saying that? I'm really having problems with numbers that Dora the Explorer can figure out, okay? That's just inexcusable.
How dare you! How dare you! For decades we went around thinking that 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 21 because of you! The special hasn't been out for decades. Months? Nope.
2 to 3 years?
Sure.
For 2 to 3 years we brought that because of you! You should be ashamed of yourself! Oh, come on, don't you have any other stuff you can complain about? Don't you have a world out there to interact with? Doobie and I live in a world of Warcraft and pornography. There is nothing else.
Except complaining about fans unfair warning after pack 4427. Oh!
And finally, number 1 in the honorable mentions is...
That was inside the Thomas Bad One's phone in episode 5. Oh boy, I guess this one I can explain very honestly. In Thomas's train, I made a call to Ben saying that Henry was still sick to pull the express. But it turns out that the phone I was holding wasn't exactly my cell phone at all. It was my mom's cell. So yeah, that was one mistake I made. I wish I could have gotten my own cell phone for that scene, but nope, I just had to use my mother's cell phone for that scene and nothing else.
Well, Gene, now you know how I feel when I use my mother's laptop for Paint Pots and Queens, but thankfully I got my own several episodes later.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I wonder why nobody brought that up.
And the #1 complete muck-up from Thomas's Adventures with Sam the Thomas Van Wong and Ackley Tag 4427 is...
How can I clear Attack 4427 do most of the guest host lines for them? You're the devil!
Now, this is not only the one mistake that I made twice in a row in 2 episodes, but this is going to haunt me until the day I die. In both episodes, Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure and Snow, a lot of people think that 3 of our guest stars, 10 League 10, DeGrassinator, and Xander Pierce did their lines, but it was actually me doing impersonations of them while doing their lines for them.
How could you?
Well, I didn't know for you.
They must be angry at you for doing that.
Well, it's not just that. I think it's just, you're going to hell. Well, I think I just want hell. Let me explain. You see, after we've written out both episodes, we've actually sent out their lines to them, but a few months after we sent them out, we haven't received any word from them on their progress on it. We tried to remind them about their lines, but no matter how much we reminded them, they didn't give us any word on them. And seeing of how it gave us numerous delays on each episode, I have no choice but to do their lines for them while doing a somewhat decent impression of them. You know, like what Tom Kenny does. Hell, if anything, if those 3 say that they have no interest in it anymore and have someone else take their place, resulting in a few rewrites in the scripts, they would have at least just say it. But people still wouldn't believe I made such a huge mistake. There were protests in the streets, nations went to war, it tore the world apart. So clearly, there's only one other thing I can respond to that. To give the situation the dignity it deserves, I have hired one of the greatest generals to read the most notable apology I personally wrote.
Now I freely admit that my method was wrong, but I hope you can understand my motive and will accept this explanation and this apology. Dismissed. Dead cut!
I know it looks like a clip from Patton, but it wasn't. So yeah, to 10 League 10, DeGrassinator, and Xander Pierce, if they are ever watching this, I do indeed apologize for this, and I guess it is, in fact, the #1 mistake we made on this show.
Indeed it is, Ben.
So I guess that about wraps it up. We made a lot of mistakes in the past, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna make more in the near future.
True that, Ben. And still, boys, if we've ever made a mistake, don't be afraid to bring it up. It's the only way you'll learn.
Feeling awkward enough? So do we. So, let's end today with me and Sam saying,
No! We're not done with you two just yet!
Yeah, there's so much more we need to complain about!
That's it! Where are you two? I'm gonna lay my vengeance upon thee!
Ha! You'll never find us!
Yeah, our location is seal-proof!
Doofy and Goofy! Did you two order another Midgets Gone Wild video?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it might be someone else! Why do we keep getting these videos? I mean, is it really so hard to see their address? It's 125 Arthur Street in Windsor, Ontario, Canada!
Thank you!
Wait! Don't do it to us! Your videos don't mean that much to us!
Yeah, we hardly even noticed it. Look, open the door!
Oh, hi, Mr. Ackley! Sure, Doofy and Goofy can play! Hey! They're both in their rooms!
You chicken-blowing little
Please don't kill me,
you little mutt!
No, not the grenade!
Yes, the grenade!
Yes, the grenade! Ask him if he wants to stay for dinner!
Wow. That was dark.
Well, That'll take care of them.
Wait, Ben, did you kill them?
Oh no, Sam, I didn't kill them, I just knocked them out. I guess the grenade I had really didn't lose any of their body parts.
But wait, now that we've wasted our top 10 list on the mistakes we've made, what about our next best moments list?
Don't worry about it, Sam. We'll save it for next time. Besides, looks like everyone is now going to point out the mistakes that we made on this show, which will hopefully be enough to bring them back.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Ben.
Well, I guess until then, I'm Ackley Attack 4427.
And I'm Sam the Thomas Man 1.
And we would like to say thank you for watching and... don't be grade A jerk faces like Doofy and Goofy. You guys just don't know.
Made this speedrun!